graduating and leaving these programs with the younger players looking to step up and fill the void. It'll be Vic Uni running from right to left on your screens. Grange with first use of the football. Round 4 Storm Cup underway. And immediately, ball gifted straight back in the hands of Vic Uni. An forward pass off the kickoff. What a dream start for Vic Uni. Almost can't believe their luck. Grange still perhaps in the sheds, just coming up with a simple error there. And immediately an early opportunity for Vic Uni. They head to this right-hand side. Galagaya takes 3 Grange defenders with him. They continue down this right-hand side. Numbers are plenty. And diving over, Harvey Savage, it was Denzo Adaleo, I should say, just opened up for him far too easily for Victoria University. A nightmare opening for the Grange. The error off the kickoff, and it was all too simple. Just put it through the hands to the right-hand side. Almost at a 3-on-1. And the edge-back rower continues his try-scoring form in 2024. The swan dive and puts the ball down. Well, the ink is barely dried on the team sheets, and Vic Uni find themselves in the lead. Touched on this clash is a preview of a game to come. These two teams destined to meet in a semi-final clash. Well, so far, advantage Vic Uni. Chance to put themselves out to a 6-point lead. Jethro Scanlon with the goal-kicking duties for Vic Uni. Goal kicking has been an issue for them in 2024, still yet to definitively land on their chosen goal kicker. Scanlon, first crack at it here, steps in, strikes it nicely, and over the black dot it goes. I don't even think Vic Uni would have dared to dream for a better start than that, getting the ball straight back off the kickoff. A simple error from the Grange, and they were punished. Denzo Adaleo with an acre of space to dive over down that right-hand side, and Grange now desperate for a response. Savage. Vic Uni looking to complete after points. Vic Uni coming off a 30 points to 18 win over Mount Ridley. It was a hard-fought affair for them. It really made them work for the victory. Well, the Grange, who most recently had the bye, had a 22 points to 6 loss to Hallam, and now a penalty to compound the issue. Rocky Azil Foliola will look to kick for touch. Well, an error and a penalty. Grange head coach Shannon Love scratching his head of where it all went wrong inside these opening few minutes. Chance for Vic Uni to pile on the paint. Set up to their left and right hand side. Out to the left they go. Scanlon turns on the afterburners. T.L. Jones runs towards Falmina. Brought down just shy. Scanlon, back towards the middle they go. Dynamo Scanlon now. Puts it in the hands of Harvey Savage. Running behind his own man, a penalty going the way of the Grange. And didn't they need that let off? Put under the pump right there defensively. Vic Uni still had tackles to spare. And what has been a whirlwind start, we'll take the chance to run through the starting teams for both outfits. At fullback for Vic Uni, Jethro Scanlon, Panafu and Tio Jones on the wing, along with Latrell Folamu and Houston Galagaya. Dinama Scanlon, Elijah Po Ching make up the halves. Jos Miracle, Suanu at the prop position, along with Lawrence Raponi, his front row pairing. Lockyer Azil Foliola at hooker, Harvey Savage, and the try scorer Denzo Adelio in the edge back row, and Anais Jones Tiao in the lock position. As for Taula, gets Grange working forward. Tiaroa gets them up over halfway for the first time in this contest. Over 5 minutes gone. All a little bit flat-footed as it stands. Foafa Tuala gets them going forward once more. Would love to find some points to settle themselves into this contest. Kick finding the turf, but Vic Uni happy to watch it trickle out of touch and into touch. For the Grange at fullback, Zeph Falmuina on the wings, Sialoa and Andrew Molapala in the centres, Kanangata and Tuani, Mays Tiaroa Faroa and Jesse Havea in the halves, Carlos Fa'ofu Taula and Ramsey Sefo, the two front rowers, Latrell Ta'ia, Mapu Fisu, Sila Mati and lock Aston Fraser. So two teams showing glimpses of their best, just looking to put it together for a full 60-minute performance here today. Looking to build some momentum as we head in towards the pointy end of the season. As I touched on, Hallam, certainly the team to beat. Having defeated both these teams in their previous meetings. Nice Jones Tiao to play the ball. Elijah Po Ching finds themselves in the halves today. Normally lining up in the forwards. And an error there from Vic Uni, giving the ball back to the Grange. Finally a chance for the Grange to get themselves back into the arm wrestle. Kanagata. Not entirely sure whether it was Adelio or Galagaya who scored that opening try for Vic Uni on that right-hand side. It all opened up for them. Had plenty of players to choose from as the Grange were stripped for numbers with ease. Regardless, they find themselves ahead by a converted try. Now a penalty. Piggybacking the Grange into Vic Uni territory. Mati. Tia. Ball behind Aston Fraser to stop and collect the football. Gets the offload away, Sefo. Keeps them trudging forward. Gets the quick play the ball. Tia Alfaroa. Famuina. Stood up there by Po Ching. It's Harold Matthews' teammate. Fraser. Taula. Seen plenty of the ball inside the opening exchanges. Vic Uni defence holding strong so far. Fraser first receiver, little bobble. Ball played at the back. Famuina had to go and collect it. Quickly seized upon by the Vic Uni defence before evading 1, 2, 3 tackles and eventually running straight back towards Dinama Scanlon, who hurled him to the ground. Fifth and last for the Grange. Tiro Faroa skips free of Adelio. Puts it through the hands. Bit of space down this left-hand side. It's a good ankle tackle. Galagaya came down and chopped him down before the cavalry arrived to ensure the pass couldn't keep making its way out to that left-hand side. So the first real test of the Vic Uni defence, holding strong on that occasion. So after a try inside the opening seconds, both teams now getting into the arm wrestle with just over 10 minutes gone in this first half. Foliola down his right-hand side. Adalio gets the ball back on the inside. Raponi brought down an important tackle around the bootlaces. Quick play the ball. Foliola chips over the top, chasing through. It's a well-weighted kick, wanting it to go dead. Mullapola chanced his hand right there, allowing the ball to trickle out of play, but did so, and now gets the ball back the 20-metre line before picking up a few extra metres through the middle, weaving through traffic. The outside backs getting involved for the Grange. Tuani. 40 metres out. Tiarafoa. Fraser runs towards Savage. Gets the quick play the ball. Look for the likes of their speeders at the back to play off the back of it. Finally a bit of go forward here for the Grange. They continue this right-hand side. Havea gets rid of Scanlon. Now the front rower into open space. Desperation tackle from Jemima Scanlon brings him to ground. Quick play the ball. The Vic Uni defence not set. Tiarafoa kicks crossfield. Easy pickings on that left-hand side, and Grange find a response. A well-weighted kick from Tiarafoa. And Nathaniel Cialoa goes over. And a chance now to add a converted try to level the scores back up once again. We'll put that try down to the front rowers through the middle of the field, laying the platform, just scattering the Vic Uni defence, winning the play the ball, winning the ruck. And Mays Tiarafoa playing off the back of it, getting the quick play the ball. They had numbers out to that left-hand side. He opted to go the most direct route possible. A pinpoint kick across the field, and Nathaniel Cialoa rising high to claim it and plant the ball down despite the Vic Uni defence coming across to try and stop him over the try line. Conversion attempt across the face, so 6-4 Vic Uni leading over the Grange in round 4 of this Storm Cup clash here at Seabrook Reserve. Just under halfway gone through this first half. It was a fast start for the 2023 Premiers. Denzo Adalio, I believe, going over for their first try before Nathaniel Cialoa scoring right there for the Grange to bring it back to just 2 points. And that kick going out on the full. Apollo happy to watch it sail out of bounds. So it will be a Vic Uni ball, so I believe Mullapola just getting his wires crossed there as he tried to catch the ball on the full out of play, which would have given the Grange the ball back, but instead Vic Uni straight back on the attack. Scanlon straightens the attack. Kanangata had to bring him down just shy of the try line. Wayward old pass, Elijah Poching had to go back and collect it. One of the biggest halfbacks you'll see in the Storm Cup competition. Foliola, Raponi, heads out to this left-hand side, quick hands, Savage, Folamu, looking to cut back in off his left foot, ran into trouble, wrapping around, Savage, ball spills free, play on here for the Grange, racing away down this near sideline, Danama Scanlon had to bring him to ground, and the Grange, they'll start their set just shy of the 40-metre line. Heads up play there from Silamati. The ball came free, everybody stopped except for the edge back rower. Raced away 35 metres. Well, the result of this contest might not change much on the table. It was never going to mean that it wasn't going to add plenty of spice and entertainment. Both these teams going toe to toe. Now Fraser wins his side a penalty. Have a bit to say after the fact. The seesawing nature of this contest continues. Grange, after defending their own line, after that error off the kickoff, now marched downfield on the back of that Marty line break, and a penalty off the back of it. Kanangata gets the ball around the corner and slicing through. The flag is raised, however. Celebrations put on hold. As Kanangata got the ball around the corner for Sialoa, who thought he'd nabbed his second. And despite a full set of 6 attacking the Vic Uni line, the Grange give the ball away. And now Vic Uni work it in the opposite direction. Scanlon breaking tackles for fun. Found himself in a horizontal position. Well maintained there by the Grange defence. Jones Diao wins the penalty. So ill discipline costing both teams. This time it's the Grange, the guilty party, gifting Vic Uni field position. End-to-end action in this first half. Folamu takes the tap. Quick play the ball, Foliola. Savage. Raponi, first receiver. Now straightening. Pins the ears back, Poching. Gets past another. The world's biggest halfback has scored a solo try for Vic Uni. Just stepping off the right foot, stepping off the left. Turned on the afterburners. And Elijah Poching, who finds himself in the halves today, does it all himself for Vic Uni. And they make the Grange pay for that ill discipline. The penalty that piggybacked them out of their own end. And Elijah Poching just caught a few of the Grange defenders napping through the middle third of the field. Still had plenty of work to do. Just straightened the attack, went through nicely, and put the ball down under the post. Chance now for Scanlon to put this side out to an 8-point lead. This game well and truly on a nice edge, just showing how quickly the tables can turn. The Grange, having had great field position just a few minutes ago, attacking the Vic Uni line, they came up with an error, they were denied a try, gave away a penalty on the ensuing set. Now Elijah Poching finds himself on the scorer's sheet. So the Storm Cup final taking place here on the 25th of July. It'll be a 6 p.m. kickoff, a night game. Storm Trophy going to be played beforehand, and what's going to be a great night for rugby league up here in the northern suburbs. Scanlon adds the extra 2. Every game of the Storm Cup being played at Seabrook Reserve, the new facilities here in Broadmeadows. So the winner of the Storm Trophy, which is the non-academy schools here in Victoria, they'll play off for the Storm Trophy before the winner of the Storm Cup in 2024. They'll go on through to the National Schoolboy Cup later this year. So plenty to play for. Both these teams today have held the silverware. The Grange having shared the trophy with Hallam in its inaugural season before Vic Uni. They came off with a narrow win over Hallam in last year's decider. They would both love to return to the winner's circle once again in 2024 as Savage. Foliola. And forward pass. It's the front rower overrunning his lines. Fogalele just coming onto the field. Just over 8 minutes remaining in this first half. A chance for the Grange to get a response, just as they did after that initial 4-pointer for Vic Union inside the opening minute. They've looked dangerous out to that left-hand side. Zephyr Moina lining up at fullback here today, having previously played in the centres. No Coretti for them. Justin Fraser. Workhorse through the middle of the field. Big body leading the line for the Grange. Teodoro Faroa. Nifty footwork. Little goose step. Still drifting. Looking for an option. Gets the pass away. All of a sudden opens up here on the Grange. Some nice footwork. Ball around the corner. Look at it cut back in and a try-saving tackle. Josiah Jones, Teo Jones I should say, with a ball and all tackle when the Grange looked destined to score down this right-hand side. They continue to work it forward. Vic Uni slipping off tackles. Grange well and truly on the front foot. Fraser straightens, runs straight towards the post, and the big man goes over. Whatever you can do, I can do better. Aston Fraser finds a response. This game coming to life in the first half. Well, it was a great try save from Josiah Teo Jones a few plays earlier. They looked destined to score down this right-hand side, but they came back through the middle. Aston Fraser rolling his sleeves up, using a little bit of footwork close to the line. Too big, too strong. And now a chance for Grange, you would expect, to put themselves back only by 2 points with 6 and a bit minutes remaining in this first half. For the Grange, they're coming off a bye in round 3. Before that, it was a 22 points to 6 loss to Hallam, with their one win, a 42 points to 18 win over Mount Ridley, all the way back in round 1. They showed in that contest that it was a tight first half before exploding in the second half, and this game perfectly poised for an exciting 30 minutes to remain. Jethro Scanlon had a 5-try performance against Manor Lakes a few weeks ago. He's been kept quiet here this morning. Charging back and toppling over the top. Folomu putting his body on the line to bring the big man to ground. Now the try scorer, Aston Fraser. So that conversion unsuccessful from the Grange leaves them trailing by 4 points. A crucial 5-minute window before half-time for both teams. Fotola gets them up to halfway, wrestling for a quick play the ball, unable to find one. Theodore Farawa straightens, pokes his nose through, but a good tackle there from Jones Tiao. All the way back. Sends it high up into the Broadmeadows sky. Chance for the Grange to play at the football, just allowing for it to trickle out of play. No real desperation there to dive on the football. Almost could have taken that on the full. Vic Uni weren't charging forward. Theo Jones allowed the ball to bounce, which is always a dangerous affair. As Gus Gould would say, you invite disappointment into your life, but Vic Uni come away with the football nonetheless. Only one tackle gone and they're already up over halfway. The outside backs, Galagaya coming in to help out his forwards. Foliola, Raponi. Wrestling and pumping his legs, looking to pick up the post-contact meters. At this right-hand side, Ho Ching, ball back on the inside. Adalio has proved a handful in this 2024 campaign. Loves a 4-pointer. Foliola, cute little chip kick over the top. Po Ching sets chase, but coming flying through. Houston Galagaya on the spot. Nicely worked there from Vic Uni. It was just a delicate little kick over the top from Foliola. Poaching was waiting for the ball to sit up for him, but it was his centre on his right-hand side who came through and scooped up the football to score. Grange not dealing with the threat. The ball dinked in over the top, not dealing with it. Allowed the time and space for Houston Galagaya. Well, I spoke about that. Now out to an 8-point lead on the back of those 2 missed Grange conversions. And for Vic Uni, who have struggled with their goal kicking, no doubt something they've been working on before each game. It's going to come down and be a pivotal play for them as we head further down the stretch, especially against a strong outfit like Hallam. They'll need every point they can muster. So far so good for Jethro Scanlon. 2 from 2. Not the easiest of attempts coming up right here. Scanlon steps in. Over it goes. 3 from 3. Putting his goal kicking woes behind him perhaps. Perfect score for the young fullback off the kicking tee so far. For Vic Uni, they started their 2024 campaign obviously looking to defend their title. It was a 20 points to 14 loss in an exciting affair against Hallam in round 1. It showed they definitely could have come away with the points. They had their chances. And then they had a 32 points to 4 win over Manor Lakes and a 30 points to 18 win over Mount Ridley last time out as an error. If the Grange can get there quickly and pack the scrum, they'll have one last roll of the dice. Time could be the enemy here. And it looks as though it's going to beat them to it. So Vic Uni not made to pay for that error off the kickoff. 18 points to 8. Vic Uni leading over the Grange at half-time of this round 4 Storm Cup clash here at Seabrook Reserve. We'll take a short break and we'll be back. Grange coming up against Vic Uni. So far, last year's premiers holding the lead. 18 points to 8 with a big second 30 coming right up. Charging off the back fence and getting their second half underway in style. Denzo Adalio, Elijah Po Ching and Houston Galagaya, the try scorers for Vic Uni. Still Fraser and Cialoa going over for the Grange to keep themselves in the hunt, trailing by 10 points. Foliola takes a run from dummy half, gets his side up into Grange territory once more. It was a seesawing affair in the first 30. A little discipline from both teams, opening the door on a number of occasions. And Vic Uni, strong opening set. Foliola's kick, collected the back there by Cialoa, quickly seized upon by the oncoming Vic Uni defence. Now some tough meters out of their own end. Zeffamuina, one of the Melbourne Storm Harold Matthews products out there this afternoon. The easy meters not on offer to start this second half of the Grange, forced to do it the hard way and work it out their own end. Now Fraser gets them up over their own 30-metre line. Long kick incoming. Teodoro loads up the cannon and fires. It's a good kick at that, finding the corner. A brilliant kick at that, forcing Jethro Scanlon to go all the way back and bring it out from his own corner. And now the strong tackle. Fiso picking up the fullback and driving him backwards. Well, what a reply from the Grange. On the back of that Teodoro kick. Now muscling up in defence. Adalio. The legs pumping as he runs towards Kanagata. Foliola beginning to run the football more from that dummy half position. Having impressed for the Harold Matthews team for the Storm this season. No doubt will play a key role for them as they look to try and defend their title. Faumuina quickly seized upon. Tawani grabbing the young fullback. It's been a quality start to this second half. Both teams going set for set. Some high quality football. Both these teams part of the 5 academy schools taking part in the Storm Cup this season. Plenty of Melbourne Storm Harold Matthew talent out there for both teams. No doubt that quality is trickling through and seeing some really good rugby league from both teams. Picked up there by Fiso, almost put the commentator's curse on them. Now Jesse Havea sends it high into the sky. Jethro Scanlon allowing it to bounce, gets a friendly one at that. Now quick charging back, runs towards Diarra. Comes straight back out the other side, slipping out of the tackle and eventually gets up and goes again for the third time of asking. Jethro Scanlon goes all himself, gets past the fullback. Eventually the defenders come back to bring him to ground. Simply scintillating from Jethro Scanlon. Numbers to this left-hand side if they can use them. They put it through the hands. Latrell Folamu goes over, but put that try down to Jethro Scanlon. The fullback creating something out of nothing. Left the Grange defence at 6s and 7s. They put it through the hands. And Latrell Folamu dives over. Both teams playing some great rugby league to start this second half. It's just a moment of brilliance. Jethro Scanlon on the kick return. Left several defenders in his wake, weaving through traffic. There's only some desperation defence with the likes of Fraser and co coming back to bring him to ground. They never reset defensively, and easy enough for Latrell Folomu. Vic Uni 22, the Grange 8, kick to come. Scanlon, he's been 3 from 3 from the boot so far today. It's a vastly different outfit for Vic Uni this season, having lost several players. Marcelo Salu, Norris Marhu, Aidan Keddy, Lorenzo Fafita, all players no longer suiting up for them this season. It's been up to some of the youngsters to step up and fill the void. Jethro Scanlon, one of those players that has led from the front. Of course, that 5-try performance against Manor Lakes a couple of weeks ago. He's been kept quiet here today. Some way to inject yourself into the contest. Sending a statement to the rest of the competition. Scanlon steps in and strikes it nicely once again. Make that 4 from 4. You can hear some cries of Nathan Cleary from the fans watching on today. Well, he's kicking like him. They haven't been the most straightforward of attempts, and he's knocked them over with ease. Head coach Tony Adam will be pleased to see that they might have finally landed on a regular goal kicker for them. So the Grange, who in fairness started this second half well, they went toe-to-toe with Vic Uni. Now find themselves down and trailing by 16 points. Savage. Plenty of venom in the way he runs, and they'll start their set almost 40 metres out from their own line. Foliola feigns to the left, goes right. Foliola trying to catch the markers napping, and Aston Fraser sent for 10 minutes in the sin bin. The try scorer for the Grange. Just heads up play there from Lockyer Azil Foliola. Saw that the markers weren't square. Aston Fraser couldn't help himself. And now, going from bad to worse for the Grange. Vic Uni with the wind in their sails. Adalio runs straight towards the young 5'8". Foliola. Adalio charges, reaches out. He's scoring tries for fun in 2024. They were never going to stop him that close to the line. Came steaming onto the football and slammed the football down over the white stripe. He grabs his second for the afternoon, and more importantly extends this Vic Uni lead, who in the blink of an eye have kicked away to a commanding 20-point lead. Well, if this was going to be a dress rehearsal for an impending semi-final clash between these two teams, Vic Uni sending a statement as it stands. Back to the drawing board for Grange. After conceding those 2 tries, Aston Fraser in the sin bin to make matters worse. Scanlon to keep his perfect run continuing, this time from the right-hand side. Steps in. This time it goes to the left-hand side. So it'll remain at 28 points to 8. 10 minutes gone in this second half. 20 minutes remain for the Grange to find a response. They've got a mountain to climb here at Seabrook Reserve. They showed in that win over Mount Ridley where they exploded into life in the second half. They can score points quickly. So it's certainly not out of the realms of possibility of a Grange comeback, who, much like Vic Uni, have got quite a different outfit after being so strong in the opening 2 Storm Cup campaigns. Casey Donald-Brown, Ethan Barlow-Sua, TJ Sivanilla, Delta Tepania, and now straight off the kickoff, a nice Jones Diao. What a way to start your set. Foliola, Raponi. Everything clicking into gear all of a sudden for Vic Uni. Unstoppable through the middle of the field. They thought about the offload, thought better of it. Now Foliola goes for the chip and chase himself, looking for the bounce. He gets it. Brought down just shy of the line in a try-saving tackle. The Grange, no, the Woods just yet. They come up with the intercept. Cries for offside, none coming. And with Vic Uni looked all but certain to score, somehow the Grange come away with the football and now get a penalty. Look at Azil Foliola beginning to show what he can do and just how dangerous he is in that number 9 position. Grange down a man, some tiring forwards. The young product beginning to weave his magic. Was kept quiet against Mount Ridley. He's having a real impact on today's performance. His run a few minutes ago that saw Aston Fraser sent to the sin bin for the professional foul. A few holes beginning to open up in this Grange defence, but they've got a chance to swing momentum back in their favour. For Ofotaula. Tuani, that dummy half, it's a wobbly old pass out to Theodore Ferroa. He replicates with another wobbly one himself, and eventually Fulmoina has to go back and try and do it all himself from a flat-footed start. Tuani thought about the offload, 5th and last coming up. Theodore Ferroa, that dummy half. Heads out to this right-hand side. Pavea chasing through and allowed to go out of play. Josiah T.L. Jones pulling his hands away at the last moment. So just a player down in back play here for the Grange. Of course, we were treated to another great contest in round 4 just 2 days ago between Manor Lakes and Mount Ridley. A 26-all draw being played out with Mount Ridley a chance to win it right at the death. They had a couple of plays attacking the Manor Lakes line in the dying seconds, and Manor Lakes holding on. And despite the scoreline now reading 28 points to 8, it's been an exciting contest here today. It's been end-to-end action, especially in the first half. Both teams trading blows. And Samson Tuani makes his way off. Taia coming back on through the middle third of the field. Play resumes. Looking ahead to round 5, Manor Lakes will take on the Grange. Vic Uni will have a bye, having played in every round so far, with Hallam College taking on Mount Ridley before the final series eventually gets underway. It's a one-on-one strip. So Vic Uni will get to feed the scrum. start their set from scratch, 40 metres out from their own line. Junior Favour out on the field for Vic Uni now, wearing the number 14 with the white headgear. Feeds the scrum. Tanama Scanlon. Folomu, the try scorer, picking up the post-contact meters. Jones Tiao. Chopped down around the ankles. Foliola. He's having fun through the middle third of the field. Comes up with the error. Pleading his case to the referee, but falling on deaf ears. And with 15 or 14 and a half minutes remaining in this second half, there's an error that the Grange needed to force to get the football back in their hands to try and make a late charge. Need to find points and find them quickly. Now to this right-hand side they go. Sialoa. Ball and all tackle there from Scanlon. Avea throws the dummy, takes it himself. Taia. Driven backwards and slammed onto his back. Claims from Vic Uni it was just a strong tackle, but the penalty ensuing. Avia finds touch. Grange in a hurry. Sialoa. Savage around the ankles. Bit of running about this Grange outfit all of a sudden. Up until they run into a brick wall of the Vic Uni defence. Jones Tiao poaching, driving him backwards. Manapanu. Out in the field there now for the Grange. Set up to this left-hand side. Tiro Faroa holding it up. Kanangata. Down the short side they go. For Moina, goes himself and finds a response for the Grange. He had limited real estate to work with. Zeph Moina finds himself at full-back today and scores a crucial 4-pointer for the Grange to keep themselves in this contest. Creating something out of nothing. Vic Uni defence just switching off down that short side. You can see Jesse Havea is he's wasting very little time in setting up this conversion attempt. He's taking it from almost just 10 metres out. Not giving himself the biggest angle. Steps in and knocks it over. 28 points to 14. So just over 2 converted tries the difference. 11 minutes remaining. This round 4 Storm Cup clash coming to you live thanks to Community TV here at Seabrook Reserve. Two schools set to face off in a semi-final in a few weeks' time. Going toe-to-toe right now, and so far, last year's premiers with their noses in front. Those 2 tries after the break. Sedenzo Adalio and Latrell Folomu putting them in the driver's seat. Scanlon gets us underway. Teodoro. Ball trickled forward but went back initially. Scoops up the football and brings it back. Met there by Raponi, poaching as well. Fraser back on the field for the Grange. Back to a full complement as they try and trim down this Vic Uni lead. Havea. Sialoa goes straight through the other side. Speed to Byrne, gets around Scanlon. Scanlon comes across, he can't stop him. The Grange go back to back. Sit back, grab the popcorn, enjoy the show. A grandstand finish awaits. The Grange get themselves back into this contest. Nathaniel Sialoa grabs his second. How about the turn of foot to burn Jethro Scanlon? He just breezed through the Vic Uni defence. And should Jesse Havea knock over this conversion attempt, in which he does, we are back to an 8-point ball game. Well, blink and you miss it stuff from the Grange at Seabrook Reserve. Vic Uni looked very comfortable. All of a sudden, 2 tries in quick succession. This game coming to life in the second half. So to start this second 30, it was Vic Uni had all the running. They were making metres for ease. Grange have been able to turn the tide. And now a kick out on the full to make matters worse. Things unravelling as it stands for Vic Uni. Foliola just getting that kick completely wrong. Now Havea looks to kick for touch himself. And they will start their set 30 metres out. All of a sudden, another try here. And Vic Uni beginning to get extremely nervous. Look to head back towards the post. Kamu onto the field for the Grange. Ball stripped free. Penalty incoming. Big front rower making his impact immediately known. Grange know that time's the enemy, wasting little time. Fraser, ball stripped free there by Adelio. Scooped up. Teodoro ran behind his own man. Had to submit to the tackle. Havea. Kamu. Set up to this left and to their right. Teodoro heads back towards the post. Runs towards the shoulder of Poaching. Puts his Harold Matthews teammate to the ground. They go for the crash play. Fraser. Plenty of Vic Uni jerseys in front of him. They hold him up over the line. So this time the Vic Uni defence holding strong, but they're not out of the woods just yet. Fraser going back to the 10-metre line. Havea pins the ears back, goes himself. Now from dummy half, looking to spin and pivot his way. Brought down inches away from the try line, came crashing off the front rower, straight in the breadbasket of Jethro Scanlon. Brings it back the other way. And while after Vic Uni absorbing a monumental amount of pressure, now they bring it back the other way through Adelio. He has 2 tries already this afternoon, but he throws away the football. Mapu Fisu. And the seesawing nature of this contest continues. Theodore Faroa Goes straight through. He's got options to his left, but he's going to go himself. Scanlon coming across in cover. He straightens, pops the ball back around. Famuina couldn't handle it. And once again, for the second time in the matter of a minute, Vic Uni bring it back. Well, how did the Grange not score? This is box office stuff at Seabrook Reserve. Foliola now poaching. Fa'ofatala almost slipping high. Jones Tiao. Ball almost coming loose. Can Vic Uni put an end to this Grange revival in the form of a 4-pointer? Coming back towards the middle. Holding on for dear life around the jersey. What have Vic Uni got with ball in hand? Out to this right-hand side. Throws the dummy. Iava. Fifth and last. Grange shot to this right-hand side. Foliola goes himself. There's numbers there in cover for the Grange. And finally, after a frenetic couple of minutes, a break in play for both teams to catch their breath. Well, what a big moment in the contest as Maze Teodoro, he sliced through, opted to go himself with Jethro Scanlon coming across in cover. Just a slight skip, and now the Grange quickly seized upon. Barely had a chance to think. And right as he caught the football, it was a tsunami of Vic Uni defenders trapping his own in goal. They go short off the dropout. Collected. The pass away. Bit of open space in front of them. The late offload continues to work it forward. Sefu, the big front rower. Chopped down eventually. Vic Uni players still getting back in defence. The Grange set up to this left-hand side. Fa'ofatala. Still 3 minutes for the Grange to keep this comeback going. Tirol Faroa, they put it through the hands. Famuina, he's going to go over. The Grange comeback continues. And with a kick to come, the Grange within striking distance of one of the most remarkable second half comebacks we've seen in the Storm Cup so far. After having to defend their own line, they had the line drop out. They went short, went from coast to coast. And now Zef Falmina gets his second. The Grange trail by 4 points. Conversion unsuccessful for Jesse Havea. Well, what a game of rugby league we've been treated to so far. Vic Uni looked home and hosed. The Grange have come from the clouds, and with just under 2.5 minutes remaining, trail by just the 4 points. Well, we saw a 26-all draw between Manor Lakes and Mount Ridley 2 days ago in round 4. The second half of this round 4 fixture delivering yet another cracker here at Seabrook Reserve. It's been blink and you miss it stuff from both teams. Scanlon. Havea takes on the full, was a fair way away from his oncoming front row, opts to take it himself. Vic Uni must be disciplined. Can't afford to give away a penalty. Teodoro Faroa. The Grange with all the momentum find themselves down by just one try. Aston Fraser, who spent 10 minutes in the sin bin in the earlier parts of this second half when it looked as though Vic Uni were going to run away with the contest. Fa'ofatala looking for a quick play the ball, gets one. They continue down this right-hand side. Havea shows it, goes through. He's got options to his right and to his left. He goes himself, and Jethro Scanlon brings him to ground. Fifth and last for the Grange. One last roll of the dice. They go from dummy half. Well, they've got to go out to that left-hand side. They had numbers set up all the way to this left-hand side. They tried to pick Vic Uni's pocket from close range. And Vic Uni well aware of the danger. And now as we trickle down into the final 60 seconds, barring disaster, Vic Uni should do enough to be able to hold on for the victory. But if this second half is anything to go by, there might just be one more twist in the tail perhaps. And now, after the break in play, poaching. Grange looking to go for the one-on-one steal. Poaching in no hurry to get back to his feet. The Grange, haven't they had their chances in this second half? If I had $1 for every time they broke through the Vic Uni defence and just had to deliver the final pass before the last line of defence was Scanlon, I'd have a fair bit of money. Just couldn't come up with the right option at the end when it mattered most. But it takes nothing away from their performance in the final 15 minutes of this round 4 clash. They look dead and buried before springing to life, and for Vic Uni, they're going to hold on for the victory, but they had to do it the hard way, falling asleep at the wheel in the second half of this second 30. Just need to get through this play. Clock reset to 30 seconds. Grange looking to try and put on a shot and force the error. They do so. They're going to look to pack the scrum quickly. We'll put this game in the drama section on Netflix. It has everything. Just when you thought Vic Uni would run out the clock, can the Grange pack the scrum in time? Unable to do so. Cries of protest from the Grange players. High fives all round for Vic Uni.